I hide my tears from the crowd by smiling.
Melanin to tech. The goddess reflects energy. Her show speaks to reality. And finally, manifested melanin empowers the feminine and masculine. Watch your episode. Come back again. Topics with facts and logic. Melanin suit tech. Manifested melanin. We got this.
Peace and love, brothers and sisters, and welcome to Manifested Melanin. Today's topic is Build a Black Man. A resolution for the developing black nation. Now, this is my proposal. And my proposal is really geared towards the sisters. Now, I want you to listen up and hold tight to your seats, because I know what I'm about to say is going to come off a little far-fetched, but it is a solution. I want black women between the ages of 30, or possibly we might push it up to 35, that only has one child or has yet to reproduce, for us to establish a sisterhood or organization where we basically, for women who want to reproduce or want to have more than one child, want to continue to reproduce, that we come and raise our children together and we homeschool. Now, I know a lot of y'all will say, well, how will we build a man? I have a solution for that. I was watching Brother Polite's video of him versus the Gorilla Hebrew on Sinetta TV, Sinetta TV 7. And he gave a scientific way, which is natural, how gender is chosen through a certain mineral, either if you have more iron or zinc. But I have to refresh my memory on what precisely he said. But please go watch that video. It's interesting what the brother brought forth.
Again, like I was saying, well, first I want to do with the DNA thing real quick. As far as the mitochondrial DNA goes, now, but at the end of the day, who has, what is it, the Y chromosome?
Yeah.
Who determines the sex of the child?
The Y chromosome determines the sex of the child.
Which come from the man, correct?
I don't agree with that, but I'm just
okay. Well,
I'm for open ears. So I may learn something.
From what I understand, the man determines the sex of the child because of the Y chromosome.
I would believe you have to believe that because you trace who you are back from the father. So that makes perfect sense.
I would say either way, but is that not a scientific fact? Because like I said, from what I understand, from the scientific point, the man determines.
I'll tell you this though, and you can look it up. There's a male and a female, and they want to plan to have a child. Some people want the surprise of knowing if the child is going to be a boy or girl. Some people wonder how the child's going to look. They even have this type of technology now where you can take two people and then they can generate an image of how your child will look at a certain age, and we say man. And they've even tried it out to see that those results are very, very accurate. But we say how and why? Well, one thing that we do know, okay, is that there's iron, right? And then there's zinc. And what we understand as far as what can control or determine the gender of a child, if me as a man and my wife want to have a child, if I consume more iron than she consumes, then my child, iron makes a child female, zinc makes a child male. This is what we learn in science. Iron makes a child female, zinc makes a child male. What happens is, whatever parent consumes more of the other element than that parent, that child will sway in gender one, iron or zinc. So if I as a man consume more iron than my female counterpart, my child, and that iron is also more than the zinc that I've consumed and more than the zinc she has consumed, then that iron would not only register my child as a daughter, but also my child would lean more towards me phenotypically, because I as a man consume more iron than the amount of zinc I consume, and she consumed less iron and less zinc than the amount of iron that I consume. Now, if I was to consume more zinc than iron, then the child will come out male and look more like me. Now, if she was to consume more zinc than the amount of iron that she consumed, then the amount of iron that I consumed, then the amount of zinc that I consumed, then if she consumes more zinc, then the child will come out a boy looking more like her. Now, iron and zinc will determine the gender of the child. That's just through simple diet. Iron and zinc determines the gender of the child. We want to sway the gender of the child. Iron and zinc can do that.
This is confirmable?
This is confirmed. You can look it up.
It's not theoretical, it's confirmed.
I don't play with that.
Okay, alright. Well, not because
I'll tell you what I believe.
Okay.
And I'll tell you
what
what
you know.
Okay. If we can find a way to make boys, that's a solution. Because as I look at my life right now, as a conscious sister, as a sister who builds herself every day to be a queen, an empress, a goddess for a black man, my hope is running slim for that happy ending of finding my true counterpart in this day and age, in this wartime. And a lot of other sisters feel this way too. We yearn for the love and attention and affection and security and love of a black man. I have talked and built with, gotten relationships with brothers who alleged that they was conscious. But when it came to their actions and how they treated me, they was no better than a colonialized Negro. So a lot of people out here pumping the freight and they not serious about it. They just want to regurgitate what they seen on YouTube videos and what they read. And I don't believe what they read, what they randomly Google or what they read off of people's statuses. Because when you're truly about this life, you implement it in your life and you change physically and you change mentally. I want a son. I want another baby. But I always told myself I will not have a baby the first time I had it. Like I had my daughter, which I shared my story on my YouTube page. That, I want to be quote unquote married. And I'm not talking about the Western world with the white dress. We can create our own ceremony. We could do our own ritual. But as time keeps going by, and people keep telling me, maybe it's the area, or maybe you should move over here. I shouldn't. I live in an area that has a high concentration of blacks. And you're telling me I have to run somewhere else to find a good black man, that there's not one in my midst? So if I move and I go to another state and I still can't find me a suitable brother, what, move again and move again, and as time goes on and on and on? No, I have to get logical. So what I'm proposing to my sisters out there who feel like things are running slim, you only have one child, you want more children, you definitely want to have a son, we can build a man. We'll look into the studies of what Brother Polite was talking about, and then we'll go out there and we'll find a male. Sort of like a stud. Now people say, what studs are you going to go for? My solution for that is we will marry brothers that are in jail so we can have conjugal visits. And for brothers that didn't have the opportunity because they're serving life or damn near life in prison, long times, and they're up in age, but they have not yet been able to bring forth a seed, that those will be our studs. Now, why people say, well, why would you choose brothers that are in jail? Because I don't know what logical brother that's free, that's going to feel compassionate about our cause and just voluntarily give up his seed. Not saying that we wouldn't want him to participate in the child's life, but what I'm saying is that this gives the opportunity for brothers that have not been able to spread their seed to have this opportunity to help us in this project. Not only can we look at the brothers that are in jail to see their physique, because yes, I want my son to look like what I'm attracted to. I like men that are big and have a warrior physique that makes me feel safe physically. Now, when it comes to the intellectually, a lot of brothers receive consciousness while incarcerated. So don't sleep on brothers that are in jail that they just sitting there and they're just thug life. No. There's some good brothers that turned their life around and came into the knowledge while in jail. And these are the brothers that we should select for our Build a Man project. that we as black women who are at the age of 35 and we're at the risk of reaching the age of menopause. But anyway, who wants to be pregnant at 40? I had a baby. It takes a toll on your body. It's a lot that you have to do. So if you are between the ages of 30 to 35, maybe might be pushed up to 35 because I told myself I give myself up to 35. If you have not yet reproduced, but you desire to be a mother, that we create a village of sisters that are really taking it serious. You must be a conscious sister. You're not just going to be a sister like, yeah, I just want to have a baby. No, you have to be conscious. Because we're going to have ideologies and ways we want our children in general to be raised. Should we choose the same? Well, we can't choose the same male because conjugal visits work by marriage. We can also choose men that are out and free. I mean, look at it now. There's black men out there spreading their seeds and not giving a fuck about these babies. And I really feel like a lot of us are backed into the corner. I've been good with just maintaining on having one child. But should I be forced into letting my biological time, my reproduction time to run slim and grim? Should I be forced not to have no more children because a knight in shiny armor is not coming my way? Now, I know I made a video of shun single motherhood, you know, and I don't believe that the way black women are having babies recklessly, that's not a solution. But intelligent black women like myself, and we team up. I'm not saying this is the absolute plan, that we come together and we seriously brainstorm so we can find out how can we utilize our fertility before it's too late. It takes a woman to build a nation, to teach a nation. So if that's who we are, that's why I believe we can build a man. Because it's us who build nations. Well, I'm excited to get you all's feedback. And if you're serious about it, definitely contact me. I'm posting a link in the box, Black News Outlet. You can send me messages through there. And I just want your thoughts and your feedbacks on this thing that we're establishing. Now, one question I want to answer before somebody even brings it there, I don't know, people are crazy. No, as we're building this nation, no, there won't be no lesbianism going on. I've been practicing abstinence without a man right now. Shit, that's probably why I'm really frustrated. We can accept men from outside of the village to come in, but we would have to analyze him and know who he is, that he's coming into this village to be a father figure, a male role model for our children. So I'm not shunning men from this project as if it's just an all women's thing, but we'll be in charge of picking and choosing the men that come up into the that's welcome into the village, that can be a teacher or take the boys hunting and things like that. So I mean, it's just an idea. Don't come and crucify me. If there's brothers in jail that's never going to get out, that's a form of genocide. If they was never granted the privilege of reproducing. There's young black males that's been locked up since the age of 12 and 14. If you look at the statistics, they have not even gotten a chance to even probably have sex. I don't know. I know a lot of black men have sex at young ages. Maybe these young men, they was incarcerated as boys, but now as men, they maybe never got a chance to interact with a woman sexually. And for anybody to sit back and think, that guy is gay, that's stereotyping. I don't believe every brother that is serving a life sentence or a long sentence like 20, 40 years. Everybody's not gay. Everybody's not getting banged in the butt. I've talked to brothers that are in jail and, they just work out and heavily masturbate. So, you can't think everybody that's in jail is gay or getting turned out. I believe that that's just your nature, that just because you're locked out that you turn into something that you're not. I believe if you're a man that gets turned out, that was just already a part of your nature, or okay, maybe you was too weak and your mind and these thoughts and lack of sex, maybe that entered your mind. But I'm not getting into all of that. What I'm saying is that we have an opportunity to help brothers that are in jail, that are conscious in jail. So when we marry them and we get the conjugal visits, it's not like we're making babies on a low frequency, or we're just out there randomly just saying, oh, I choose him, we're going to try to booby trap him. No, we're not going to do that. Anything that we do, the man will be fully aware of what's going on. This is only for women that feel pressured that they have not yet reproduced, or if they want more, they want another child or maybe two more because they only have one. We are people that always had a large amount of children, and it shouldn't be cut slim because of the odds that we face as women. So thank you. Give me your thoughts. I don't want to prolong this. I'm pretty sure you get the gist of it. You can tweak things and tell me your opinions and what you think about it. So I'm very excited to hear what you all think about this proposal, because I truly believe that it is a solution. And I know it's hard to swallow, because some people will say, what is the difference between this proposal or getting into a polygyny relationship? And the reason why I can't I'm not I mean, looking at it now, I mean, once again, it's hard to find a brother to love one woman. I'm not going to get a man that's like, yeah, let's do polygyny, and he's just happy because he got a bunch of women. He's not able to take care of all of these women. So this is why I feel if I choose a man, it's a man that needs to reproduce, and I need to have a child. And that's why I think the best solution is to mate and reproduce with brothers that are incarcerated in jail that has not had children. Not saying that to be appalled or not to embrace polygyny. What I'm saying is that the brothers was not raised in that type of in this type of way of life. So I don't feel polygyny is going to be genuine because we wasn't raised like this, or he wasn't raised like this, or his family's not participating in something like that. You see what I'm saying? So it don't seem genuine to me. It just seems like you're an opportunist and you're like, I just want to have a bunch of women. No, I'm not going to sit here, fall in love with a guy, and he's just happy because he has multiple wives. No, I'm not living a life like that. But anyway, I love you all. Ashe.